Nuclear power. It makes enormous amounts of energy from splitting atoms, and historically it has been predictable at splitting opinion. But industry bodies say that public opinion has slowly been turning in favour of the controversial energy source. Even politicians seem to be agreeing on it, and in these days of coalition, that's no mean feat. And one MP who's been particularly clear about our need for nuclear is Energy Minister Charles Hendry.
Well, nuclear's got an important role to play. It's going to be the end of the decade before we can get a plant built, and at that point it would still only be replacing some of the plant which is coming out of commission. But we do believe that it is a major source of low carbon generation. It's got an important contribution to play, and we want to see Britain as an attractive place for people to invest.
But there are still rumbles of dissent. On the day that Energy Minister Charles Hendry told the Tory party conference in Manchester that nuclear would play a crucial role in our energy security, demonstrators took to Hinkley Point to protest against plans to build a new nuclear reactor there. And signs of protest were visible even outside the conference.
A lot of people are saying that nuclear power is a solution to climate change. It is not. It's a worse threat than climate change, as Fukushima is now telling everybody. Fukushima is an absolute nightmare. We've got Chernobyl, we've got Fukushima, we've got 3 Mile Island, we've got Windscale. Approximately every 10 or 15 years we have a nuclear disaster. The cost of these, in money terms, it's a disaster as well.
But back inside the conference bubble, it seems the industry isn't too worried by such criticism.
We've seen over the years that there has been increasing support for nuclear and declining opposition. And that really reached a peak of support towards the end of last year. Since then we've had Fukushima. There has been a dip in support, growing concern about issues around safety. But interestingly, we've now seen, if you like, a revival of the support that sagged a little after Fukushima. So it hasn't had a significant impact on public support, or political support for that matter.
Indeed, Tory party bigwigs seem happy to show their support for the energy source, and ministers even use the conference as a platform to make a pitch for funds.
In nuclear, we're seeing global interest in being part of the United Kingdom's energy future. We're also seeing more generally in the energy sector new players coming in. At the moment, the market needs stronger signals to encourage it to invest in low carbon technologies.
The Conservatives have traditionally been a party that backs nuclear power, and Charles Hendry is certainly sending out the signals loud and clear to overseas players that they want them to come to Britain. But the question is, will they take the bait? But some experts, like Malcolm Grimston at the global think tank Chatham House, believe it's not so easy for investors to put their trust in British governments when it comes to long-term energy policy.
And the danger is that if every 10 years you're changing your market rules massively, but for a nuclear plant it takes 10 years to build and it will operate for 60 years, then that means that even while you're building it, chances are the rules are going to change so radically that the whole basis on which you made your decision might be different when it comes to operating. That's bound to affect confidence in investment.
With our energy policy riding on this investment in nuclear, are rough seas on the horizon for British energy security? Vicky Ellis, Energy Live News.